contradicts your own point because the whole idea is that, hey, guess what? There are bad fathers out there that would pick bad spouses for their children. They don't care about their children very much, or they're bad
that's not what I
fathers
said.
themselves.
That's not what I said. No, that's not what I
Okay.
said.
Did you say fathers are the solution to
I
this
said
problem?
fathers are the most important thing to a child's upbringing. A
Okay.
kid needs a father.
Look at this
Yeah,
feminist, man.
and but
That's crazy.
you also said that, like, oh, you know, if fathers just chose
She's not there to listen. She's not there to listen. She has a what about ism to everything.
their, you know, spouses.
I would say women get pregnant for men that do not wish to be fathers often and don't really give a shit about them, a lot of times because they're trying to trap a guy. And I think that's a bad situation. And I think that that's why it's important that we have fathers to vet the men that we choose.
Yeah, but
Simple concept.
That's a problem within itself because you have
There we go.
bad fathers that keep the cycle going. Like not everybody has a good father that can choose a good spouse for them.
You're making it as if the bad fathers are the majority.
Yeah,
They are not.
they are the minority,
And
100%.
It's a bad narrative to push because you're making it seem as if, because the way you're saying it, for it to be that big of a problem, it means
I seen this girl in different podcasts. I saw her in Fresh and Fit, in the Crucible, and now she's in the Just Pretty Things. She's not there to listen, man. And these guys are here to just go after her. They're here to just go after her because they know who she is, yeah. And they're gonna corner her. These are bulldogs cornering a little puppy. That's what's going on right now, and you can tell that's the energy. Let's continue.
it has to be the majority of fathers that are bad. But if it is not the majority of fathers that are bad, then you should stop pushing it as a narrative.
No, I think it's fair to say that there is like a strong percentage, maybe not majority, of people who are bad fathers.
I disagree. I completely disagree.
This is like the Africa thing again.
Oh, okay.
Speaking as a
Not
parent, I can tell you, Pearl, the Pearl's definitely right. So I'm in this. I got 18-year-old, 13-year-old, and a 1-year-old, right? Same mum. Now, naturally, we're co-parenting. No matter how it gets between us, because we both understand that we're both needed in the kid's life, we find a way to stay amicable. Now, the alternative could be, oh, I don't care because we're not getting on leave my kid. Like, so what you're saying, I'm saying to you, both parents, like the problem.
Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. Make sure we go here. Yeah, this is gonna. There we go. Go ahead.
Problem happen. Leave my kid. Like, so what you're saying, I'm saying to you, both parents. Like the problem happens is that sometimes when both parents fall, like if they can't put the kids first, that's when it turns into a lot of what you're talking about. But parents that can say what Pearl's saying and say, you know what, actually, it is about the child. And actually,
it is about the child,
I've got a daughter. I'm gonna pick up boyfriend. She might not like it, but I'm gonna be there to vet. I'm gonna be there to play that role, and that is important to stop. Perpetrating the same circles that we're speaking about.
I mean, think about it. We make the stupidest buying decisions. You know what I mean? Like, we make 80% of consumer buying decisions, even though we make less money. What does that tell us? We're not very logical. We don't make good decisions. Why on earth
based on
would we
impulses.
pick good partners?
I think when it comes to the consumer point, at least, a lot of that, at least my understanding, comes from like household expenses. So like, the mothers are usually the ones like buying groceries, like buying
I mean, that's what they tell you, but I see every mother with fake nails, Botox, and a fake hair.
Yeah, she had no idea. See, look.
And a pound of makeup.
Look at that face.
Come
She
on.
had no idea, man.
like
Look, see, she had no idea. She has no idea. She's just there to just spew a lot of this modern women witch stuff, man. She's there to just spew all that stuff.
I don't know.
I disagree with that because, like, if you think about it, like, for example, the cosmetic industry. I used to work in the cosmetic industry at a counter selling makeup. And, like, that is not a household expense. Yet women will come and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on things that they don't need.
Yeah.
Potentially just because, for their own
selfish
reasons. And, like, going back to the fathers, and particularly when it comes to the legal system, like Pearl was saying, men are disadvantaged in this society, and especially in the legal system for partly the reason that you said, where we're just viewing men as these like abusive, scary perpetrators that just hurt children and do all these bad things. And we're not saying, like Christine said, that it doesn't happen. It does happen, but like that narrative is so dangerous because most men are not like that. Most men are good men. Most men love their children, and most men should have access to their children. Yet for some reason the legal system says, no, give the child to the mother. Why? Just give it to the mother, and then they don't actually assess the outcomes for the child. They never did a study and said, when we put the children with the mother, do they have a better life? Are they happy?
We know
Do they
this
have a more
data. We
logical
know the data.
Look on their lives. Are they emotionally stable? They never did those studies.
And the
because
data
why?
actually supports the contrary. It supports that actually the children who are with the father tend to do better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like if
So-
we had these terrible fathers, why is it that the single dad homes are turning out better than the single mom homes?
Exactly.
Well, I would argue that like a single dad home most likely has like a larger. If you're able to, let me start.
There we go. There we go. There we go. She's trying to buy some time to spew some stuff that we know we're gonna be like, oh man, forget about it. Right? So right now she's trying to spew some weird stuff that we know it's gonna come from the left field.
I do think that there are disadvantages towards being a man in a legal system. I just want to make that clear. Now, if you have the money to
Well,
fight
you have
those
to do this
disadvantages,
disqualifier, right?
chances are you're a lot more stable and you're a lot more like
What
financially.
do you mean the money to fight those?
But-
what
Well,
do
you
mean?
agree that there's what is it? That there's a
You
disparity towards
you
women.
really equate money to everything.
Yeah.
Like, we keep going back
Yeah.
to this.
Okay. The reason.
Yeah, because she's a spoiled brat. That's why, man. I'm saying it. I'll say it. She's a spoiled brat. That's what it is. She came from a double parent household with money. You can tell she came from money. Now she feels like she had to be the Superman of this conversation, and she just being proved wrong.
The reason
That's
why
what
I
it
keep
is.
going back to it is because it's a fact that at the very least in Western society, hey, guess
No.
what? Being able to have a lot of money means being able to give your child a good education, surround them with like
No.
Did you
Doesn't
know?
mean
Wait,
custody.
wait.
Can-
What just happened to Elon Musk?
What do you mean?
Elon Musk's kid. You didn't hear about it?
What about
Came out
okay.
a woke liberal hating him.
Yeah.
Money doesn't buy good children. Look at Michelle. Look at the Obama's kids. Look at Joe Biden's kids. Those are all people with
Money.
access to
Hunter
the best
Biden.
of the best.
Let me be clear. It's money and good parenthood. And I don't want to start like
You have to be kidding me, man.
what is
Oh
it?
my
Putting
God.
down good parenthood. That was never my intention here.
Mm-hmm.
My intention here is to show like, hey, you know what? Like I don't think that the vast majority of single mothers just, divorce out of whim. I think there are structural issues that have to be addressed.
I would say they divorce out of selfishness, and I would
Yeah.
say that's the biggest thing, because the thing is, if you talk to like grandmothers, great grandmothers, because we really have like one, maybe two generations, in my opinion, of just shitty wives, bad wives overall, just bad. And so, but if you talk to like the grandmothers, the great grandmothers, divorce was never an option. Because they cared about the family more than themselves. But now we have a generation of wives that care about themselves more than the family and their personal happiness.
And
when the
also-
kids are supposed to be the most important thing.
Yeah, I think again, I think that
Would you agree with that? The kids should be more important than you.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Okay.
There we go. That's what Pearl. That's what you need to do. Before she start talking and spewing all this nonsense, you have to make sure she understood your statement. If you agree with that statement or not, right? She has to agree with the statement and not put a disqualifier after the statement. And that way, we don't have to waste time here just hearing rhetoric. That makes sense.
Okay. Wait. So if the kids are more important than you, wouldn't it be selfish to divorce for personal reasons?
not necessarily, because
Oh,
if
of
those
course.
personal reasons.
In general.
um,
In general.
can I finish the sentence? and
No.
then you tell me?
No. In general.
I guess
In general.
In general, yes.
Okay.
There we go. That's
so-
it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. GG. Game over. That's it. Go to the panel. Go to the next one. That's it. Just let
In
that.
general, it's selfish to divorce for yourself.
That's where I disagree, because
No, you just
well,
said
no,
you
let me
agree.
I have to finish the
Okay.
statement. I have to put it
Okay.
in a context that makes sense.
I know,
Yeah.
but because what you tend to do is just like go to these fringe. Well, if this crazy thing happens, then
Yeah,
okay,
what
but like
about
in
this one?
general.
Well, that's the thing. It's not fringe, right? We
Okay.
live, and I think we can argue this goes back to traditional gender roles. We live in a society where, hey, like a lot of women are doing a lot of, labor outside the house, inside the house, taking down two roles that
Okay,
people.
I have a
wait,
question. Do you think most modern chicks have recipes that they've learned from their grandma, that have a cookbook of stuff that they know how to make? Do you think that's the norm?
No.
Okay. Do you think
My
like if you go
my grandma's food. Oh my god. My grandma food, the best. She transferred that to my mom. My mom transferred to us. I taught my wife. Now my wife have a nice cookbook. This is important of culture. This lady right here, liberal lady here, right? you can tell from the way she perceive herself that struggles in life has not been a thing in her life. I'm just assuming, of course. It could be, right? But you can tell when people have gone to war because there's scars in their faces, right? Or the way they behave. She does not give me that vibe.
Okay. Do you think, like, if you go into a random girl's car, is it neat most of the time?
No.
Okay, so so now just based off of all the people in this room shaking their heads at these things, we're showing women don't really have those traditional skills.
Okay, but
so
why? Why do women not have these traditional skills?
Because they don't have fathers. But anyways, my point
Wait.
is...
Hey,
Blaming
let's
it
go.
on men? Wait, you're literally blaming it on men now.
No, listen.
No, the
listen,
women
You're
forget
saying
it.
they didn't have
yes,
fathers.
but
It's a man's fault then.
It's not a man's fault.
You're saying they didn't have fathers, so that's why.
Doesn't mean it's a man's fault.
Wait, so
How
you
does that-
chose not to have a
Do you-
father?
do you-
Didn't have fathers means it's a man's fault. You can see the way the way you process information. But anyways, my point is...
Yeah,
I
she's
want
not
to
ready
correct
for
what
that.
You said the reason why single father homes do better than single mother homes because the man will probably have money. It has nothing to do with money. The reason why single father homes do better than single mother homes is because men are generally better at instilling discipline in children than women.
Yep.
One,
Okay.
you can tell that it's evident because men in society, the way we interact with each other, we tend to build hierarchical structures. Women tend to build communal structures. Now, men who are used to understanding what authority is and understanding what rules are. Women typically believe that everybody in the group is equal. So by that alone, you can tell that when it comes to children, men always know how to set boundaries way better than
Yeah.
women.
100%.
So obviously, men will always have way better results in raising children than women.
And the reason, and I would say the reason that there are no fathers in the home is because women kick them out. Because I mean, we just talk. You agree? You know that men are discriminated against in the legal system, right? Yes.
To a certain extent,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. You agree it's harder for them to get custody?
But
Yes or no? Is it
Yeah,
harder for a man?
she don't want to give us yes because that's buy-in. She's buying. It's yes. She knows because she debates all the time. You see what I'm saying? This lady right here is always debating. And this is for a lot of folks out to understand. Don't waste your time just going with these people unless you're in a scenario where you can control the conversation because they want to control the conversation and get to points that have no meaningful ending to it. Oh, my bad. I'm just saying, like, it's a fact. The legal system is against men. We know that. Just say yes, but she don't want to say yes because that means she will give control away. She cannot let the control go.
And
Problem is, most of the time they don't even fight for
Is
custody.
it, please, go
Yes,
in good
it's harder
faith.
because they don't fight for custody.
Okay, why don't they fight for custody?
then because
So have you? Okay. Do you know why? Do you know why they like genuinely? Do you know why they don't fight for custody?
well, I think a lot of them don't fight for custody because they think that to the get-go they're not going to have a chance.
They don't have a chance.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the system is so stacked against them, right? And a lot of them, I know men on the brink of suicide that have been fighting for 2-3 years that their kids are a mile from them and they don't see them. And so a lot of men think, well, I don't want to go broke. I have no chance in this anyway.
Child support,
But that's not their
alimony.
fault, right?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, and that's a reasonable conclusion to come to, right?
I think
Okay, so it's harder for men to get custody. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
But
Wait. You wait. All right, thank you. So it's harder for guys to get custody. They have more to lose in divorce, right? They typically lose more in divorce.
Than women?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, man. Man.
They typically lose more in divorce.
She
Than
said
women?
that, bro.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can't even do this
100%.
conversation, man.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Alimony is like less than 10%. If you look at the long-term outcomes, and you even agreed with this earlier, women tend to have like a worse outcome after divorce. Like nobody
can't
wants
get-
to single
monetarily.
mothers.
That's
Not-
due to
not
their own
what?
choices. It's not because
Okay. How could we tell who has worse outcomes?
At least when we look at like, we're gonna be like back to money, but yeah, it is. They tend to do worse monetarily. They tend to do like worse like in just like.
Well, you do
longevity.
go back to money. And I would disagree. I would go to two things you could look
kids.
at. Okay, number one, the children.
The kids, yeah.
Men want to be with their kids. Men love their children. I know so many men that want to be with their kids. So many times we phrase it as a chore that the women get the kids. They get their kids. They get to see their kids. That is a good thing. The second thing I would look at is suicide rates.
It's very high.
You see an increase in men committing suicide after divorce.
I think
Oftentimes, because they have no money, they don't have their kids. Oftentimes, the woman's disparaged their reputation,
Yep.
and they just don't see a way out.
Yeah, I think my biggest confusion is that earlier I asked you, like, hey, would you be...
You have to go back, Pearl. Tell, do you agree with this statement? Yes or no? Let her explain. If she say no, let her explain why. But this, leaving these statements empty, right? After you saying these statements, it's just, you're going to keep debating with this person for 10 years, man.
in favor of like parental leave. And the reason why I asked that question in specific is because I agree, hey, custody is awarded to the primary caregiver that most of the time is women. But if we allowed in our society to create spaces where men could take care of their children and not be punished.
I don't see that as a solution.
But
No,
then they
because
would be a higher primary caregiver.
because women will always ask for more and more and more.
More,
And this
yeah.
is just what I see is like, and then the same way, like you're from a 2-parent loving home, and yet you still find a way to whine.
Damn!
I whine about my family.
Let's go back to that.
And yet you still find a way to whine.
Damn!
I whine about my family.
This is, I mean, you're whining about that it's not perfect in a 2-parent home.
Well, what I'm whining about-
wait. So what I get is just
Yeah,
women just like to whine.
that's
and-
what I'm talking about. You have to keep control of the conversation. You have to let them know because these people, the lady is always. Have you seen her debating in Fresh and Fit? It's just like you're presenting fact, but she's always like left and right, up and down. She's arguing about weird stuff. Like she doesn't get to a point. You have to control the conversation because they're not there to listen. They're not there to listen. And Purse knows it. That's why she just pushing back.
Perfect in a 2-parent home.
Well, what I'm whining about-
wait.
See? You're
So
not
what I
listening.
get is just women just like to whine and like to complain, and for whatever reason, that's what we do.
Well,
And so-
Funny, she didn't even, her solution to the problem wasn't even to say the law should be changed where men get 50-50 custody of the bat. Her solution to the problem was that men should do less work.
No, my solution to the problem is that men should be able to spend more time with their children and not be
do less-
punished.
No, to do less work. You didn't say
No, I think first of all, I think raising your children and spending time with them is work, but good work. I think it's a work that everybody should do.
Yes.
Okay?
Ah,
I don't
man.
provide.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that we live in an era of immense wealth, right? We live in an era where companies should be, hey, you know what? You're having children, you're contributing to this society,
my God.
and you're a good worker.
So your
hey,
solution is
you
that
shouldn't
we
get
should live-
punished.
We should live in an idealistic world.
Yeah,
not
in a
real
family.
Well, this
in
isn't
federal-
an idealistic world. There's
Yeah,
countries
I-
in Europe right now.
Yeah.
And this is why we have this shirt.
I have a-
Because the reality is, women always like to make everything like this.
Wait, but then
Yeah, see, wait. Ah, man, shut up, man. Ugh. Hey, Pearl, nice job, man. Nice job. Let's go. They didn't really talk about too much about why women shouldn't vote. I think that's a conversation to have. I'm not saying that that's something that should be in the screen now, but I think this right here, folks, this is gonna bring a lot of conversation into the next couple of years. I would just suggest to equip yourself very well to know what are your rebuttals and make sure you are equipped with facts. Let me know what you guys think. Should women have the right to vote? Should women vote? In the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one.